I launched this funnel A through Z in 4.4 hours. Not only did I have it validated and optimized, I also had it netting me $2,000 deals on repeat, not including all the people that we upsold into the higher ticket program. Everything from making the defined end offer to ethically stealing a high converting funnel from a competitor to making a predictably converting VSL. The design of the funnel, the domain, the front end, the back end, I did it all in a single morning. I'm going to show you exactly how. First, this is not the first funnel that I've made. I've done this over and over again, probably made upwards of 20 funnels throughout my lifetime. But I remember very distinctly that it took me 3 months to build my first funnel because I would delay stuff. I am not promising you that you'll achieve the same result, but I am telling you, if you just launch a funnel with the shitty offer, the shitty script, the shitty VSL, with no VSL even, just an opt-in is fine. Launching is the most important thing because then you get feedback. But this video is going to make it extremely easy for you to get validated information that'll allow you to get this stuff done as quickly as possible. My mission is to not leave any entrepreneur with an excuse that the information wasn't made available, because I'm about to break down everything for you A through Z tactically. If you don't do this, this is on you. The first thing you want to do, and I promise you this is the highest leverage thing that you can do, is creating your defined end offer. I'm going to give you my framework for how we came up with my offer. So again, this is the defined end offer. Okay. Now, the reason why the offer is so important is because if you have a good offer that reverses risk properly, that has clearly defined variables, you can have the shittiest funnel in the world, the shittiest VSL in the world, but you will still sell people. That's why they say the offer is king. So again, this is the highest leverage part of this entire video. I'm going to give you the simplest framework that you can follow, okay? I call it the TOR framework. What's the first component of the offer? So again, this is what a defined end offer. Okay, why is it defined end? Because every variable is specifically defined. When we're talking about time, you don't want this to be as quick as possible, or, it's going to take a while. You want it to be days, weeks, months, even hours. We're going to get a little nuance, so stick with me here. So the challenge that we ran was a free 6-week focus challenge for entrepreneurs. This was the actual duration, okay? The duration of the challenge, the service that we were providing, but they could get on tomorrow. Okay, so you want to have defined terms in terms of time. You want to make it as minimal as possible. Either they can get into a service, get into a challenge, get into something of some sorts very quickly, or they can get the result very quickly. In fact, time is such a powerful component. It beats price. Let me tell you guys a story, okay? At the time that Spotify wasn't very popular, there was a huge trend of pirating music. Actually, that's what most people used to do at the time. There were a lot of apps that basically allowed you to listen to music for free, but the actual experience was slow. When Spotify came in, it was a priced option. It was paid, but it beat the entire competition. And the reason why is because they delivered the result fast. Why does the liposuction surgeon earn more money than the gym? The reason why is because they deliver the same result, not being fat, but they deliver it in a fraction of the time that the gym does. The second thing that needs to be defined is the actual outcome. Okay, what outcome are you going to get them? And again, this outcome cannot be feeling better. The outcome needs to be as defined as possible. The outcome that I picked was getting more done in 42 days, and that's 6 weeks, than you had in the entire past year. Okay, so again, more work done than the previous year that they worked. Now, I am telling you, because I'm in the coaching space, this is not as defined as I'd like it to be. And that's one of the things that we do in this offer. We actually start tracking entrepreneurs' time like it's a KPI, like all their other metrics. You're tracking your close rate, you're tracking your CTR, your ROAS, but you're not tracking metrics on the most important driver, the most important machine, the most important funnel in the business, which is you. But this is just the nature of the industry we're in. If you're in the service-based business, you want to have very, very, very defined outcomes. 10 clients, 20 clients, 30 calls, 60 calls, 90 calls. So again, make sure it is as defined as possible. For us, this was more work done in 6 weeks than you have in the past year. That's as defined as we could get. That's a limitation of the industry that we operate in. You can do much better than us. Then you have risk, okay? Preferably you want to minimize risk. How do you minimize risk? By either making it very cheap or obviously making it free. That kind of comes under the same umbrella. Or you can offer some sort of guarantee. And there's different types of guarantees. You can have a conditional guarantee, you can have an unconditional guarantee, so on and so forth. You have an or you don't pay guarantee. Just as an example, you also have the we will work with you until you do guarantee. Like, we will get you 20 clients in 3 months, or we will work with you for free until we do. And then you have crazy guarantees where people are like, oh, I'll give you $5,000, so on and so forth, if this outcome does not occur. But anyways, you want to have some sort of risk reversal in your offer. The one that we chose, because it was easiest for us, was making it free. Now, there were certain caveats to this actual offer. And by the way, we're still running it down below. So actually, this is a perfect way to demonstrate this. If you are an entrepreneur that would like to get more work done within the next 6 weeks than you have in the entire past year, completely for free, then we are hosting the free 6-week focus challenge, where we will install systems for you that will allow you to execute as effortlessly as possible. The next challenge that we have is starting in a few days. So again, this is tomorrow usually. If you want to sign up, click the link down below. Now that is just an offer. That is just me saying my offer. No statement of confidence, no proof, so on and so forth. Be honest with me. Does it sound compelling? And then we have, what did I say? We will install systems of accountability for you that will allow you to execute as effortlessly as possible. So again, the last part of the TOR framework is effort. Okay, and this is one of the most important ones. What did I tell you before? The liposuction surgeon versus who? The gym owner. Who makes more money? The surgeon. Why? Because it's effortless. So again, here, you want to minimize the effort and the sacrifice that they will actually have to make in order to get the outcome that you're promising them. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Just have a defined time period. Pick one. 60 days, 180 days, whatever it is. A week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. The outcome. What are you actually going to get this person? Make sure it is defined and make sure it's extremely desirable. Risk. How are you going to reverse it? Are you going to have a guarantee, or are you going to make it cheap or free? And the last one is effort. Having effort or sacrifice. Like, how little effort or sacrifice do they actually have to put in to get the outcome? Now that's it. We're done with the offer. Most of the hard work is done. Admittedly, it took me a long time to come up with this offer, but everything else I did in a single morning. First thing, model a working funnel. There are many types of funnels that you can implement into your business. How are you actually going to sell this offer is the real question. So let's go back to the whiteboard here and let me explain to you what types of funnels exist. There's a whole bunch of these, okay? There's the low ticket to high ticket. There's the webinar funnel, which is very popular nowadays. And if you want to run a webinar funnel, search this up, okay? 90-minute perfect webinar. This is a framework that literally everybody in the industry uses. It was created by Russell Brunson. I'm just giving you advice. It works. You run that once a week, you will make money. You can literally search for the slides. I think you can pay for them. It's not a lot of money. And then you literally have a validated webinar. Then you have, what do you have? You have VSL to call funnels. Okay, this is very popular. A lot of people like this because it lets the offer speak for itself. What happens in a VSL to call funnel? Basically, again, as it states, you have a video sales letter, which is essentially, as the name states, a video where you're selling shit. And then you have the call, which is basically, hey, book a call, right? So book a call for like XYZ, or like for more information if you're interested in the offer, blah, blah, blah. This is the one that I chose, okay? Both of these have made people millions of dollars. You know what you need to do? You need to pick. Please, for the sake of the Lord, don't pick both of them. Pick one, stick to it. Either of them will work. Actually, there's many more that I haven't even gotten into. There's low ticket to high ticket. There's survey funnels, quiz funnels. Again, Don't worry about all this shit. I've given you 2 of the ones that I personally think are the best. All you want to do is, again, model something that works. This is exactly what I want you to do. Hopefully, you are enough of an entrepreneur, quote unquote, that you're getting ads for these people on your feeds, okay? Whether it's Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. Heck, maybe on this video, if you don't have premium, you would have gotten an ad from a dude selling you something. Look at his offer, click the damn button, and it'll take you to his funnel. If they're like, oh, it's a workshop, webinar funnel. If it's just a video or a free training, quote unquote, it's a VSL funnel. Take a funnel of somebody like that who's in the same industry as you. Don't try to be smart. Don't try to be fucking Einstein. Take their funnel and model it. They've already found something that works. You are trying to get your service, your product, whatever the hell you do to people, follow the proven way. I made this mistake so many times. I would try to be a creative dude, trying to get my information out to the world. Just model people. Now, if you are doing the VSL to call funnel, which is a very popular funnel, the next thing that you want to do that I personally did is I modeled a VSL. It took me 1 hour to build the slides and it took me 1 hour to actually record them. What I did is I picked somebody in my niche. I looked at the structure of their VSL. It usually goes offer, pain, proof, FAQ. You have your offer. Remember, offer is king. Just say it. Pain, you're probably having XYZ LMNOP problem. Proof, here's everybody that we've helped at the current moment get to where you want to be. And then FAQ, all the common objections that you usually get. Now, here's a caveat. If you're doing a VSL to call funnel, you need to know the skill of high ticket sales. If you want to learn high ticket sales, I recorded an entire video where I go over my sales framework. If you just look at that, you will close 30%. And by the way, if you're like, oh, I don't want to close on the phone, did you know that the average ticket for something closed on the phone is 5 times higher than it is when it's not closed over the phone? So my friend, if you are willing to let go of a guaranteed 5x, then sure, don't acquire the skill of high ticket sales. But what I would recommend you do is learn high ticket sales. This will take you longer than a morning, I'm telling you, but it's absolutely worth it. Now, the last thing is making it with the software stack. This is the software stack you need, okay? You need Go High Level. I hate Go High Level, but you kind of need it. And I'll tell you why in a second. Then you need either Typeform or you can just use Go High Level. And then you need Calendly. If you are just starting out, Go High Level has a 90-day trial. You have to look for it. Just search up 90-day trial on Go High Level. It's going to be somebody's affiliate link. I don't have one. Search it up. Go in there and go to funnels. This is how I built my funnel in an hour. Hypothetically, you can take anybody's link, put it into Go High Level, and a lot of times, if it's hosted on ClickFunnels, which a lot of these gurus host their actual sites and funnels on ClickFunnels, you can just copy the link of the website, paste it into Go High Level, and it hypothetically allows you to literally have the entire structure ready. You know what you need to do? Change the headline so that it fits your thing. Change the logo so that it fits your thing. Change the VSL so that it fits your thing. And it'll literally take you an hour max. I'm not even joking. Then you have Calendly, or you can use Go High Level. Again, Go High Level has a calendar booking feature, but honestly, I hate Go High Level. But you can have the calendar booking thing so that people can book a call with you on Calendly. Pro tip, actually be available for people. If you're being arrogant and you're just starting out, you're thinking, I eat at this time and I sleep at this time. And this time I want to have reserved for, my cigar parties or whatever else you pseudos indulge in. I don't care. Increase your availability. Do you want to make money or not? One of the biggest predictors of whether or not a business makes money is availability. The people that have higher availability, and their stats on this, just win more. So again, just be open. Have open times. Sure, you can sleep your 4, 5, 6 hours, whatever it is. Make sure the people that actually want your product or service can actually book time in. Another pro tip, if you don't like Calendly or Calendly is too expensive, you can use NitoCal. That's what we use because I absolutely love the brand as a whole, but NitoCal is free. Then you have Typeform. Why do you need Typeform? This is if you get to a level where you have a lead nurture sequence in place. So again, I'm getting a little complicated, so let me pull out the whiteboard here. When you are starting out, this is how the structure essentially goes. You have the VSL and then you have the call, okay? when you actually get advanced or when you start running ads or whatever it is, you have an opt-in in the beginning, and then the rest is just the same, okay? So you have the VSL, and then you have the call, okay? In this opt-in, it's basically, hey, enter your name, enter your email. Again, you have the name here, you have the email here. Enter your name, enter your email, sometimes, most of the times actually. It also asks for your phone number. Enter your phone number, and this is basically what an opt-in page is. When you have this, go to Zapier, okay? I'm literally giving you everything. There's no excuse to be broke after this. Go to Zapier, Zapier. Set up an automation where you get dinged, or somebody on your team or your business partner or whoever it is gets dinged every time there's a new lead. And then call these people up as soon as possible, preferably within 2 minutes of when they actually opt in. If you do that, I promise you you're gonna make money. This is for all the people that actually opted in, but they didn't actually book the call. You can call them. So here's my beautiful phone. You can call them and then actually book them into the call. Sometimes you need to make people do stuff. Not everybody books a call. A lot of you guys aren't booking calls. So again, let me just give you a very simple rundown of this. In order to do this, you need something called a lead nurture sequence, okay? This is advanced, this will come later. Lead nurture sequence is basically, okay, I'm gonna call them now, then I'm gonna call them in 3 hours, then I'm gonna call them in 6 hours, whatever it is, and you double call each time. So it goes past do not disturb. And then you keep calling them again and again and again and again. Like you just keep calling them. You don't stop until they pick up. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a lead nurture sequence. If you are a true person who really wants success, and you're not just a YouTube video watcher, you're an actual executor, you actually execute on the stuff that you want to do, then you can do this as a one-person team. All you need is your own phone number, and just start calling these people saying, hey, let's book a call in with you. And if you want the script, I just realized I didn't give you guys a script. This is a script, okay? Just take a screenshot of this. I'll give you the exact script that we use. And that's it. Just launch, okay? Right here. I have it down here because I write it out here. Just launch. Perfectionism is what keeps you broke. Execution is the difference between losers and successful people. You know what Rockefeller said in a letter to his son? He said that concentration and perseverance make up for 95% of a person's ability. I'm telling you, you're not smart. You're not a genius. You don't have a high IQ. Even Einstein said that I am not smarter than other people. I merely spend a longer amount of time trying to solve problems. So again, it might not take you 4.4 hours because you haven't done it enough. But just launch your shitty funnel. You will get feedback and then you will make it better. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the video. If you got any level of value from this, please take action on it. I'm not even going to ask you for a like or a subscribe. I'm trying to literally just put all the info out there. I hope this was a very tactical, this is usually the type of information you get in courses, but I don't sell information. I think it's absolutely stupid. No shade on the people that do. But if you do not take action after this, there is absolutely no excuse for you. And by the way, if you are an entrepreneur that struggles with taking action, I have left a link down below for the free 6-week focus challenge. In this free 6-week focus challenge, as I said before, when I was teaching you how to build an offer, I will give you systems of accountability that will allow you to genuinely execute effortlessly. We've done it for over 100+ entrepreneurs. We have entrepreneurs that literally are flying planes in the sky now because of the freedom that they've gotten, because they're able to get such a high output for their time. We've helped people scale to 100 grand months. And on the micro, we help people reach out on a consistent basis. We help people make sure that they're calling their leads. We help people make sure that they're following up. We help people make sure that they're actually working on the constraint of the business, which for most people is advertising. If you want all of that, that'll be linked down below in the description. Again, we're going to be starting in a few days. Ciao.